Thanks, Riaz. Good morning. The City of Vancouver is thinking about removing yet another vehicle lane on the Burrard Street Bridge in favor of replacing it with a sidewalk. More details will be released at a news conference this morning, but the proposed change would be part of a major upgrade plan for the bridge deck over the next 2 years. And work would start next spring. If one northbound lane is eliminated from the stretch, that would bring the number of downtown-bound lanes down from 3 to 2, with a sidewalk installed on the east side. Since 2009, pedestrians have been limited to using one sidewalk when traveling in either direction after a vehicle lane was replaced with a bike lane. BC Trucking Association is trying to figure out what it's going to do now that TransLink has announced an 18-month, $100 million upgrade to the Patello Bridge. Next summer, we'll see one lane closed in each direction on weekdays. The entire stretch will be shut down on weekends and overnight. The association is now waiting to hear from TransLink on traffic flow and alternate routes. It's also calling for lower tolls on the Port Mann Bridge, which is something the mayors of Surrey and New Westminster have also been advocating.
We expect that trucks are going to be diverting, obviously, from the Patello Bridge to either the Alex Fraser or the Port Mann Bridge. So what we need to do between now and then is determine how that can be done in the easiest way possible.
Jury deliberations will continue at 9 this morning in the trial of two people accused of plotting to bomb the BC legislature in Victoria. John Nuttall and Amanda Carodi have pleaded not guilty to conspiracy to commit murder and possessing, that is, and placing an explosive in a public place. Crown alleges the two were driven by a radical form of Islam. Their defense lawyers told the jury undercover police manipulated their clients into planting the homemade pressure cooker bombs. A certification hearing for a class action lawsuit filed by hundreds of female RCMP members is set to begin in BC Supreme Court this morning. The application, initiated by former Constable Janet Merlo, alleges widespread discrimination and sexual harassment within the RCMP. More than 360 current and former members and employees have joined the lawsuit. 1/3 of them are still on the job.
I think this will acknowledge everything, put it on the record, put it out in the public, and hopefully give us a voice to stop this kind of behavior in the future. I mean, the RCMP has got to take this seriously with this many women coming forward.
Lawyers for Trinity Western University in Langley will be back in court this morning, this time in Ontario. They're asking for the graduates of the Christian University's proposed law school to be able to practice in Ontario. University forbids sexual intimacy outside a heterosexual marriage. Last year, Ontario's Law Society refused accreditation for the yet-to-open law school. The university is asking for a judicial review of that decision. After a 3-week recess, the fraud trial of suspended Senator Mike Duffy continues in Ottawa today. It's expected Duffy's lawyer will argue the Senate should hand over the results of a 2013 audit examining the residency status of all senators. The Senate has refused to release that internal audit, citing parliamentary privilege. Duffy has pleaded not guilty to 31 counts of fraud, breach of trust, and bribery. Fire crews have finished mopping up a blaze that broke out near Bunsen Lake over the weekend. Access to the recreational area and some trails were temporarily closed on Saturday as fire crews battled the small blaze on a steep slope near an old decommissioned powerhouse. It's believed the fire was caused by humans. No one was injured in this fire. Seasonal watering restrictions are now in effect in Metro Vancouver. You are now only allowed to water your lawn before 9 o'clock in the morning from now until September 30th. Even-numbered addresses can use sprinklers on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Odd-numbered homes can do so on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Metro Vancouver is asking people to conserve water because of this year's low snowpack and warmer than usual temperatures.